Mikel, you threw the kitchen sink at them, piled the attacking players onto the pitch. In the end, do you have the sense that you got maybe even the least you deserved?
Well, I'm very proud of the team, I must say. The way we played dominated them, and I'm very disappointed with the result.
What did you make of the first half?
Well, we started incredibly well, so dominant again. We were playing in their half, and we didn't allow them to breathe. But in one action, that was very chaotic because the ball bounces, it's a duel there, we lose it. And suddenly find themselves 3v2 in open spaces, and they are lethal there, and they finish the action with the quality that they have. After that, we had 5 shaky minutes that we have to reset mentally because it was so unfair to concede a goal with what we were doing. And after that, we just completely dominated the game again.
Do you have the sense that it was an unstoppable goal? I mean, think back to the Szoboszlai goal against Liverpool. I mean, it's a different kind of goal, but
there's always things that we can do better from the beginning. The way we deliver the cross when we have an overload in the back post to a defending organization after. We made it a bit easy for them, but the speed, the execution, the quality that they have as well, you have to congratulate the opponent.
So you obviously changed a couple of players at half-time. Alongside that, what did you say to your team?
Let's continue to do a lot of the good things that we are doing, reset mentally, because the game is there for the taking. And if we will continue to do that and improve 2 things, especially that we had to do a bit better to give ourselves better chances and more momentum, we're going to score the goals, and we're very close to that.
What were those things, Mikel?
That's the stage in the dressing room.
Right, fair enough. You talked before the game, in fact, you've talked all season long about finishers, having guys who can come on and affect the match. Ezra's ball, Martinelli for the second time in a week. So is that a really pleasing thing from today? Those guys having the right mentality and obviously the quality to come on and affect the match.
Very pleasing. The ones that didn't play in Bilbao, like Willy, for example, and Leo, that they get the chance to play and they play at the level that they did. The ones they did, and Gavi probably deserved to play, he didn't. And instead of moaning, he comes with an unbelievable energy to help the team to get a point. Epps the same. And every player is going to be doing that because we know how difficult and tough it's going to be, and we're going to need everybody at the best.
I know you said you're disappointed with the result, at least. How big a point, though, might that be?
I don't know, but obviously you cannot win it. At least don't lose it, and we created an unbelievable moment to score the goal. But the overall feeling, because I know how hard it is to do what we've done on the pitch against Manchester City with that level, with that coach, I wanted more reward for the team.
Have you? Well, guys, well played. Declan, you fought, and in the end, how big a goal has this guy got you?
Massive. Ever since I've come to the club, even before I come to the club, he's delivered big moments, and the amount of times he scores in big games for us. A lot of players can sulk if they get put on the bench, but every time he comes in, he shows his heart, desire, and the run and the finish is just unbelievable at that stage of the game. To have that composure, he fully deserves it. You wouldn't meet a nicer guy. So even though we didn't win, I thought we thoroughly deserved. I thought we dominated today. We played really, really well. Just couldn't break them down. Fair play to them, but in fairness to him, he's come on and produced a moment of magic. So we're happy with that.
So just tell us then about that mentality. Not thinking of yourself as a sub, thinking of yourself as a finisher, and knowing you can still affect the match.
Yeah, I mean, it's for those moments that I work for. I mean, we played really well. I think we were unlucky in certain moments because we had some chances as well. And yeah, it was a great ball from Ebbs, and I just tried to put it in the back of the net. And yeah, really happy with the goal. But we need to work more, and yeah, we want to win those games as well.
So, like you say, it was a great pass from Ezra, but do you have to almost show him where the pass is by making the right run?
Yeah, I mean, with the players that we have, Dirk, Martin, Ebbs, Marino, I know if I make those runs, at least if I make 3 in the game, at least one I'll get the ball and I'll have the chance. So this is what I try to do. And yeah, again, great pass from Ebbs.
What was your reading of the game? Did you sense that you forced them back, or was it maybe a different City this season stepping back and trying to hit you on the counter-attack?
Yeah, I think we've obviously gained the respect of the opposition. They know the quality that we have, from back to front. I think in my time here at Arsenal, we probably haven't dominated a game like that against Man City as we did today. I thought obviously in the first half we passed and moved really well. In the same second half it was constant pressure, but there was always that threat from them of the counter-attack. But in the end, I think we thoroughly deserved the goal. If we had come away losing that game, we would have been really disappointed. So, in the end, I think a point's probably fair, but we obviously want to win that one.
Yeah. What was the message at half time, 1-0 down? Did you feel like, even though you're behind on the scoreline, actually the performance was okay?
Yeah, I could sense a bit of frustration inside the stadium, obviously because we were having so much of the ball. But again, they defended really well. We maybe had 1 or 2 chances in the first half, and we knew second half we had to step on it. And within the first 5 minutes, we created 2 or 3. So the message at half time, was to keep going, keep pushing, keep overloading them. And obviously in the end, they changed to a back 5, went to a 5-4-1, which I've never seen them do. And they're obviously trying to hang on. So obviously to get the draw at the end was good for us.
Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Well done.
It's magnificent. Everything about that was fantastic. When you see where Eberechi gets the ball, and the pass, the run, what he's had to make there, Steve, it had to be so tight. But then he's running away from the goal, so the touch has to be tight. And then he's got to then do it quick, so he's got to go bang, and then he's got to flick because the man's coming. But it's the flick over such a big goalkeeper is where the real quality is in that. Obviously the run's great, the pass is magnificent, but this touch here is going away from goal and he's got to flick that. That's top draw finishing. Look at it, watch it, look, he's not looked, he just knows. And that's not easy, man. That's brilliant.
I think it's after the first control that he realized that Donnarumma was out. Then you don't have a choice. You can tell like he knew that if he wanted to go with the ball, he couldn't anymore. The best thing to do right there is what he has done, and he has done it like fantastic, because the way you stretch your leg and take that ball and keep your feet under the ball, that for me was crazy. The run was crazy, but to control that ball and did what he did is unbelievable.
Does the pass from Eze place a seed of doubt in the goalkeeper's mind?
Yeah, that's why it's so high, because he's got to be up. His team are high. Look at Wright alluded. I think Declan. No, I think it was you, Wright. Sorry, alluded to. Ironically, City were higher than they had been the whole second half. So Donnarumma has to be higher. That ball's in between the two. Look, there's every chance that he doesn't take the touch and it carries on bouncing and he has to come and get it. But the touch is perfect, as the boys have touched on there. And then as he's falling, to flick it with the outside of his foot. As a goalkeeper, you know you're stranded. As soon as you see that ball going high and slow, you've just got to hope someone gets back. It was an excellent finish, great goal.
And that mentality, you talked about Martinelli not starting. He would have been disappointed. 80 minutes he comes on. He's only been on the pitch 13 minutes. To get into the pace of the game and to keep that mentality to finish like that.
But he's got that, and like Declan said, he's very much a big moment player. If I'm him, I'm probably very disappointed. Obviously Trossard started after doing so well in Champions League. And I thought this was a game for him because of his pace. I was very confused with Trossard's role today because I don't think he couldn't get past anyone with the pace. And in respects of going back the other way, we didn't really get too much off of him, whereas that threat, alongside someone like Eze not starting, where we needed somebody in the 10 area who can get on the ball and make a pass like that, was very confusing for me at home, where, like you were saying, Joe, it was very quiet. We needed to get the crowd going. We need to keep them going, like what Liverpool can do, like what Newcastle can do. And we didn't do that. And I think that kind of handed it over to City. And once they scored the goal, they dropped back, and then it was going to be tough for us. But again, I thought that the substitutes were brilliant. They were fantastic.
Yeah, I'd agree.
6. We dive into one of the most anticipated fixtures of the Premier League season, the epic Super Sunday clash between Arsenal and Manchester City. It's not just a battle for 3 points, it's a tactical showdown between two of the brightest minds in football, Mikel Arteta and Pep Guardiola. First up, let's set the scene. Arsenal currently sit near the top of the table after a blistering start to the season, showing renewed confidence, energy, and tactical discipline under Arteta's guidance. Meanwhile, Manchester City, the reigning champions, are determined to reassert their dominance and keep their title defense on track. Arsenal's form and strategy. Arteta's men have been impressive with a blend of youthful energy and solid teamwork. Their high pressing and quick transitions have troubled some of the best teams. Key players like Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli have been in top form, while the midfield, led by Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard, offers creativity and steel. Arteta is expected to stick to his favored 4-3-3 formation, focusing on quick counter-attacks and compact defense. The home advantage at the Emirates could be crucial, as the crowd is known to boost Arsenal's